The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café.
Welcome to this episode of Pit Life BBQ. Gather around the pit with your hosts, Johnnie Mags and Messy Mike. Let's talk barbecue.
What's up, everybody? Coming to you live from the Studio 21 Podcast Café. It's the Pit Life BBQ podcast, where we talk everything barbecue and a lot of other topics that you would normally talk around the pit. As always, I'm joined by Messy Mike.
Hello.
How you doing, pal?
Good. How are you?
Been a long day.
Yeah.
You know, need a shave and.
I tried to trim this morning. So.
There you go. You
Didn't
got a
get all of it.
little stubble through the day, little 5 o'clock shadow.
Yep.
Atta boy. Today we are doing. It's been a long day. You gotta work with me here. Today we're joined by Dan Bosworth of Big Dan's BBQ. How are you, pal?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Fantastic.
Good.
Awesome.
Doing good.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So Dan is here from Catawissa, Pennsylvania. Him and his family came down for the week. He's the owner of Big Dan's BBQ, and they also own Roarbox
Farm Market.
Yep.
Yeah.
You want to?
Yeah. Absolutely. So my wife's family has had this farm in central Pennsylvania, apple orchards, cherries, peaches, strawberries, pumpkins we grow for 60-some years.
Wow.
So my wife and I took over in 2015, fourth generation, I guess. And we started the barbecue business in 2013. Mm-hmm. So we've been doing this for 7 years. I've got a trailer, a 30-foot flatbed trailer with a Southern Pride on it, and we set up in the parking lot, and we do ribs and chicken and brisket and pork and beans, coleslaw, mac and cheese. Too. Occasionally, yeah, we'll do a smoked meatloaf. We do chili, do chili. So yeah, we do a lot of stuff. Chili. So we're open weekends, Fridays and Saturdays, and for the summer we're kind of seasonal because it's a touristy location. We're near a place called Knoebels. It's it's a big amusement park. Free parking, free admission. It's kind of a family friendly place.
Mm-hmm.
So
nice. We're
close to that. A lot of tourists come through. People from all the way up to New England down to Philly and the Atlantic coast. I mean, they draw a huge crowd, which is great because they drive right past their place and get to try some good barbecue. So
and you set up right in the parking lot of the farm too.
Yeah.
So it's
a
little bit of everything going.
Yeah. So there's a farm market there. We've got gourmet products, and there's a bakery, and there's a big gift shop there.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's a nice place. It's a nice place to go and get some food and buy some stuff. And we do fall events. We do the corn maze and the pick your own pumpkins and all that kind of stuff in the fall. So yeah, it's a busy place from end of April to the end of the year, and then we're kind of off this time of year. So
yeah, and you raise Angus cows.
We do have my brother-in-law. He's the farmer. He does the growing, but yeah, we have Black Angus beef cattle that we grow, and we use it for our burgers. We don't use it for the brisket because we don't butcher that many. But we use it for our burgers, which goes in the meatloaf and everything else, and we sell it in the store. It's delicious. Very good.
Nice. So what got you started in barbecue?
Well, I grew up in Ohio, which is was not a huge barbecue place when I was there. There's places now, but so I didn't grow up around the pit. A lot of guys their dads or grandpas taught them how to do it. We didn't do that. But once we got married, I had a house, had a little grill. We just started doing stuff, and I love to cook otherwise. But so we'd have people over and get hey, let's get together. Can we come to your house? Because everybody wanted to have whatever I was making. So it's been something that I've enjoyed doing. And then 2012, the business I was working in.
Sorry, grab that for a second.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
You know what that means?
Yep.
You owe everyone a beer.
Yep.
The business I was working in, they transitioned the plant I was in to Mexico, and I was like, you know what, it's time to do something else. So I left and bought this trailer from a gentleman down there, Tom Christine, Smoking Dudes Barbecue in Ben Salem. Bought the trailer from him, moved it up here, set up, and just said let's make a go of it. So it was a rough start. The funny thing about Pennsylvania, at least the area that we're in, the term barbecue is different than the rest of the world. You guys would probably call it sloppy Joe, like a chopped up ground beef with, I don't know if you call it sloppy, I don't know what you call it, but chopped up ground beef.
Like a sandwich.
Chopped
sloppy
up
Joe.
ground beef with tomato sauce, whatever else. Well, they call that barbecue. Like if you go to people down there, you go, "Can I get we have beef barbecue." It's my mother-in-law served one of our first time we had the show. We're making beef barbecue, and I'm like, "We having brisket or tri-tip or what?" I'm excited. Beef ribs, what is it? And she puts out this crock pot of ground meat. I'm like, this isn't barbecue. Or barbecue. This is Sloppy Joe. So there are restaurants that have barbecue, turkey barbecue. It's chopped up turkey with
Sloppy Joe.
Ham barbecue. It's chopped up, ground up ham with same kind of stuff.
Oh, no kidding. So
we opened this restaurant, barbecue, or this trailer. We have banners of barbecue. People are like, "Oh, can I get a barbecue?" And I'm pork or beef. They're looking at me like, "It's beef." So I give them the brisket. We chop our brisket. And they're like, "What is this?" I'm like, "This is barbecue." Like,
where's my
no,
sauce?
it's not. Where's the ground beef? So anyway, it was a little bit difficult to teach our local customers what good barbecue actually is.
Mm-hmm.
But and my family, they still like, "Oh, it was some barbecue." I'm like, no, that's not barbecue. So I've banned the word barbecue in relation to that type of food. But
it actually sounds good, though. I mean, I love Sloppy Joe's.
Oh, a good Sloppy Joe sandwich. You can't go wrong.
Oh, yeah. I love it. The food is great. It's just not barbecue.
Yes.
Not what you consider barbecue, yeah.
And everybody has a different definition. People go, I had somebody go, is there barbecue on your barbecue?
What?
Is there barbecue sauce on your barbecue sandwich?
Mm-hmm.
But they just ask, is there barbecue on your barbecue? Yeah, you
sure.
can add more. Yeah. So that term barbecue is a very generic term in a lot of people's minds. They use it for whatever they want.
I mean, barbecue here, people think
very
hamburgers,
similar.
hot dogs.
Hamburgers, hot dogs, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hey, come over for a barbecue.
Gas
What are
grill.
we having?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, hamburgers and dogs. Maybe some sausage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it could mean the style cooking. It could mean the barbecue sauce. It could mean the actual meat. That people use it for interchangeably for anything.
Like you said, by region throughout the country, it does change.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It really is. If you really stop and think about it, it is because it depends on who you're talking to. You got to figure almost the term right, so you can on the same page. But you can definitely get a couple laughs out of it.
Oh yeah.
What is this? Barbecue.
Now, what's your favorite wood to smoke with?
Well, we live on an apple orchard, so we use apple. And I just got some hickory. This year I'm going to start using an apple hickory blend. I think that's going to give it a little bit different. But yeah, we've been using Applewood, and I love it. I love using Applewood.
Seasoned or greened?
Seasoned.
Seasoned.
Okay. Yeah.
Have you ever used green?
In a pinch.
Because I've heard
a pinch, but it's
mixed things. I heard people say to use it, and I've heard people say season it for at least a year, 2 years.
When we came into the business, they had bins of Applewood that from trees they'd cut down and stuff. So I never had a need to use it green. The other day I was talking to my father-in-law, and he goes, "Well, I'm getting ready to cut down some apple trees if you want to use them, because I needed some wood and I was in between stuff, and he goes, you can use that." I'm like, it would be green, like cut it down and put it in right there, and ended up not needing it. So I don't know how it would have cooked, but
I know. Watching the shows, they're obviously they're years before because they're on syndicate now. Pit Masters, Barbecue Wars, that stuff. And there was one in particular. I don't know if they were. Yeah, they might have been cooking at the Big Pig Jig.
Okay.
And Myron Mixon, him and Michael, his son, one of the parts of the show that he had taken them in. They were using peachwood. He loves the peachwood, so he had Michael cutting down. I don't know if they were dead trees or, but it was definitely green peachwood.
And use it
right there, loaded in the truck and right to the site, and just loaded them up. So could be another one of Myron's little secrets.
Oh yeah.
Of using the green wood, but.
Oh yeah, because I've heard people because of the smoke output that green wood provides, they like using that over the seasoned wood. And it also depends on what they're smoking as well.
And do you think that would affect, because Myron is a hot and fast guy? Mm-hmm. So adding that green wood would give more smoke
in a shorter period of time.
shorter period of time that coincides in how his method of cooking. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we might have to try it.
You might have to try it.
Yeah.
I love experimenting.
Oh, yeah.
You don't got to tell me twice.
Oh yeah. And so you're only you're open on Fridays and Saturdays.
Fridays and Saturdays. Yep.
Okay.
We just do weekends because we still.
And then you cater.
Yeah, we do a lot of catering.
Okay.
Yeah, we do. That business has probably grown faster than our walk-up business over the past couple of years. But yeah, doing a lot of weddings, graduations and stuff like that. And this time of year, coming up in the spring. And then, weddings. We've got people inquiring about weddings even out into 2020 at this point. So,
and then you do a big fair, don't you?
We do. There's one fair, the Bloomsburg Fair, which is about 10 minutes from our house. It's Friday night through the following Saturday. So it's like 8 days, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whew. It's a long week.
I don't miss that at all.
It's a long week. But I got a great crew that helps me. My brother actually comes out from Ohio for the week to help. And, we just...
Now, how many guys you run for the fair?
In our busiest time slots, we've got myself plus 5. Okay. So 6 total, usually. Mm-hmm. Mornings and evenings, it's myself plus maybe 4 others. So, 4 to 6 people generally.
Okay. So. And it's like, like old school, old fair, like fair.
Yep. It is a food fair. I mean, there's rides and stuff, but it is a food fair. People come to eat. There's so many food vendors at that place.
A lot of fried stuff and
tons of fried stuff. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to find stuff that I would eat. I have a higher standard of cleanliness maybe in my operation than
you gotta close your eyes. Those fairs.
Yeah. Although there is this one guy that sells these like those yakisoba noodles, like the Chinese noodles. Mm-hmm. He's under a tent. He's in a little griddle. It goes against everything I would normally see, but man, those noodles are good. I go see him once or twice a week. So during the fair, So
that's awesome.
Yeah, you can't go around with good Chinese noodles dish.
Oh yeah. Have you so I was actually reading the other day, and who was doing it? I forget who was doing it, but fried ribs.
Fried ribs.
They smoke St. Louis ribs, or baby back ribs, and then once they're done, they have a batter, quick dip in the batter, and then basically almost like a flash fry, like you would if you smoked wings.
The whole rack, or they cut them up?
Cut them up. So the whole thing is covered in goodness, I guess.
Put it in a beer batter. Really?
And then just flash fry it.
I've seen a couple on some of the shows, like Tastiest Places, like Travel Channel might have it, or what is it, Destination America.
Yep.
They run those, fair food and deep fried masters and, greatest places to chow down, different shows like that. And I've seen it done, but I've never seen them. I've seen them deep fry the rib, but nothing with a batter. That's interesting.
Yeah. Try it.
You could actually do it with could you do it with a cornbread batter? Get the best of both worlds almost on that?
I don't see why not.
You're going to have to try. Once again, the experiment.
Yeah, because, last night we were just talking about using cornbread batter, but put it in a waffle maker and then make a pulled pork sandwich with it. Or make a waffle cone and then fill it with mac and cheese, top it off with a little pulled pork or brisket.
Almost like a barbecue sundae, but with a cornbread waffle cone.
Yeah.
And the coleslaw. I don't even like coleslaw.
And the coleslaw.
Have to have coleslaw.
Yeah. I know. I just don't like coleslaw.
You don't like coleslaw because you make yours fresh, which isn't a knock, which is highly highly commendable.
I make mine fresh,
but it's every time I talk to you, I'm making what's the matter with you?
So he likes not fresh coleslaw.
He likes it's been sitting around for 4 or 5 days.
Look at me, dude. I'm a fan of whatever, fresh, couple days old. Sometimes it's so old you got to give the little smell test first. Yep. Give a little bit of.
You like sauerkraut then?
I love sauerkraut.
Do you really?
Oh, I love sauerkraut.
Yeah, Johnny doesn't care. 4 or 5 days in the hot sun, it's fine.
Yeah, good.
Adds flavor.
Give a little to kids first, see what happens there.
And that's and that actually, so my coleslaw is, it's my wife's grandmother's recipe, but it's called Everlasting Coleslaw. So it actually supposed to get better as it sits.
It does.
I've
had it fresh when you've made it, that day. Then, even later on that day after one of our events, make a little plate up or whatever we had left, and it's even better then. Mm-hmm. So I haven't had it, a day or two later, but I can just imagine it's great because the thing with that coleslaw, it's so refreshing because you don't have the mayonnaise base to it. You're strictly a vinegar base. Mm-hmm. So, on a nice summer day, that's just that, you get that little, almost cleansing the palate, if you will, with the amount of vinegar and everything in it. But I just know times I've talked to you, I can just tell in your voice you're just aggravated. What are you doing?
Making
nothing. What's the matter? Nothing. I go, you're making coleslaw, ain't you? How the hell do you know? Well, first off, I can hear the chopping, and you're pissed off through the roof, so you got to be making coleslaw.
Yep. Now, how many items do you have on your menu?
We keep it real simple. Our regular menu, our proteins are pork, brisket, pulled chicken, or chopped chicken, ribs, and then we do barbecue chicken legs, leg quarters.
Okay.
And then we have beans, coleslaw, mac and cheese, cornbread. That's our regular menu. And then occasionally we'll do. You mentioned the meatloaf. We do a smoked meatloaf. Chili in the spring and the fall when it's colder out. We'll do a smoked chili.
Now, do you put beans in your chili?
No, I was just about to say that. Let's get into the chili.
All right, I'll tell you. So in the summertime, if I cook however many pork butts or brisket, and at the end of the weekend I got a little bit left over, we'll vacuum seal it, put it in the freezer. I start the chili at the fair. It's the last week of September. So we'll pull it out of the freezer, put it in a pan. Tomato sauce, black beans. I use black beans. I don't like those big beans.
I like the black beans.
Yeah, black beans. Beef broth, and then chili powder, cumin, salt, pepper, mustard in it, a little vinegar, Worcestershire sauce. Garlic. That's about it.
You put mustard in it, huh?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep. Yellow mustard.
Okay.
Yellow mustard.
Now, does it? I mean, to me, that almost kind of sounds like sloppy. I mean, like a sloppy Joe.
No,
concoction, or is it?
No, it's because you get the pork or the brisket that's shredded or chopped.
Yep.
And it's definitely more of a soup or a chili consistency. It's not like a ground beef, like a sloppy Joe consistency. It's definitely more, like a soup.
But I like the Worcestershire and the mustard. I might have to try that.
Yeah.
Because I came in last place in a chili cook-off.
I've only entered. I've
year,
entered 4 chili cook-offs. I've got first place in all of them.
Really? That's
nice.
awesome. Congratulations. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so you don't have to change a thing.
No.
Nice. And do you get people? I mean, do you get people that don't like the beans, or that say, "Oh, you shouldn't put beans in chili"? Or
they'll ask me like, "Are there beans in it?" Or and I said, "Yeah." I don't want it. All right, no problem. I've learned. I used to get worried about that. People go, "Oh, is there this or not? Oh, you should change this." Like, you know what? 99% of the people like it. Sorry.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, don't eat it.
Yeah. We do something called a pile up. It's the meat, either pork, brisket, or chicken, with beans and coleslaw on top of it. Like a sundae or whatever in a dish. So people go, they'll order the pile up. Then I'll bring it out because we didn't used to have pictures on our menu. It would just say pile up, meat plus beans plus coleslaw. And they're like, "Well, what's this?" I go, "It's the pile up." "Oh, I thought it was all separate." I was like, "It's called a pile up." It's not, but I don't want my food touching. So, all right. So now, some people come in and complain about this or that or whatever. But for the most part, everybody's happy. And
you just started doing barbecue nachos?
We started that at the fair this past year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are huge.
They were
popular.
They were real popular. Yeah, we sold a ton of them. It was chips with nacho cheese and our pork or chicken. We did some of our chicken seasoning, some pico de gallo, some barbecue sauce, sour cream. Yeah, it was real simple, but they were delicious.
Awesome. Yeah, on the pile up, you can throw another one, build your own.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But it's not specific. No add-ons.
My personal favorite. My personal favorite. They call it the Big Dan Special because that's what I always eat: brisket, mac and cheese, coleslaw in a dish, pile up. The best.
Oh,
all right.
Best.
that
doesn't sound bad.
That sounds
Yep.
great.
Now, do you have mayonnaise-based coleslaw?
We do.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And what sauces do you have? Carolina.
We have. We've got a variety of.
And they're just out. People
They're kind of out. Yeah, we've
got
got the squeeze bottles. I do make a white sauce, which has been gaining popularity. People are like, "What's this?" I try it. And,
now, do you put horseradish in it?
no.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
I used to, but it was so minimal, and I didn't notice much of a change. It was just one less thing to put into it.
Yep.
So, mayonnaise, vinegar, sugar, salt,
and that's
pepper,
for the chicken.
garlic. Chicken, people put it on brisket. It's good.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, brisket with mac and cheese and the coleslaw, and then cover it with the white sauce.
Jesus.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I might have to try it because I'm not a white sauce guy, and that's why I put
No?
the horseradish in it. So because I hate mayonnaise.
Yeah.
So you put the horseradish in it, so kind of the mayonnaise goes in the back of your head.
And
You
get
taste the
that-
horseradish first.
That kick from
So
the
we
horseradish.
I do put some vinegar in the coleslaw as well. So it's not straight mayonnaise. It is cut with a little bit of vinegar. There's just a nice little hint in there. So it's not quite as creamy. Sometimes you get them and it's like, whoa, it's a good balance.
Nice.
And cornbread?
Cornbread.
You make your own cornbread?
I do not.
Okay.
I do not. We got a vendor that we use and it's fantastic. So I'm like, no, I'm not gonna mess with it. So.
Does he do jalapeno cornbread too?
They have jalapeno cornbread.
Okay,
yeah.
that's nice.
Yep. We haven't brought it in yet. Not a lot of people don't like a lot of spicy, not a lot of hotheads down in our area.
I know, that's what's crazy. You with hot stuff, you either find people that want it as hot as hell, or not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the hot sauce that I made. To me, it's spicy, and to me, it's hot. But people want hotter. Oh, this isn't hot at all. This is nothing. And it's like it's crazy.
And my wife, she's not a spicy. She's not going to put hot sauces, and I love the hot sauce, so I have a whole array at the house.
Yep.
And put it on everything. She doesn't. She doesn't like too spicy, but that your hot barbecue sauce, she absolutely loves. But she just likes I think there's just enough kick in it to not overpower you.
And it doesn't stay with you.
It gives you a little tingle. Mm-hmm. You get a little tang going. I think that's what she likes about it. Mm-hmm. And it's a killer sauce.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome. I know people don't thank you enough.
Oh, yeah.
So thank you.
And where is Catawissa?
Catawissa.
Where is Catawissa in Pennsylvania?
It's in the central part of the state.
Okay.
2.5 hours northwest of Philly.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're about an hour northeast or southwest of Wilkes-Barre and Williamsport. So those are kind of the two bigger cities, and we're kind of right down about an hour each way from those. So.
And he's half an hour from Meadow Creek?
Hour 45.
Okay. Yeah. Which Meadow Creek is where I got
the smoker.
Yeah.
Yep.
They got a great barbecue store.
Oh, that's their factory right there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the factory, and then they got a barbecue store as well.
Oh, really?
And they sell all the big green eggs, every attachment and contraption that you could ever want for anything barbecue related, they've got it in the store. It's awesome.
And they got full peach, pecan, cherry, apple, hickory, oak.
Yeah.
Oh, and they
Full
keep a
logs.
wood
Logs.
supply.
Yeah.
A one-stop shopping.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And you were telling me about the auction.
Yeah, they do an auction. I think it's usually the first weekend of April, sometime in there. A lot of guys bring in their they have some stuff, maybe they had extra in the factory that they made for a special order. You can bring your own gear and sell it. There are guys that bring trailers.
Didn't you? You did it a couple years ago with your chicken cooker.
Yeah. So they have they have a couple trailers full, and they have a lot of like restaurant stuff. You want to buy baking sheets, the pans, they have those. I bought a little mini refrigerator for our store last year for like $30 or something like that, $20. These nice wooden coolers you could put drinks in and at a party or something. Mm-hmm. They were $50 or for two of them.
Wow.
So and some stuff goes really expensive, and some stuff but it's a lot of small stuff, small goods, whatever, and then you get into the equipment, and they have it out in the yard, and they walk up and down, and they have anything from like your trailer, the 250 with the chicken cooker on the front. They might have one or two of those. Mm-hmm. Have you seen the new BX 25s and 50s? They have like that
square,
cabinet.
yeah, with the water.
Yep. They'll have a couple of those probably, all the way up to the chicken cookers, the 144s, or So you walk and just go see what you want, and then they do the auction and bid it, and it's
no kidding.
Yeah, it's a great place to get some equipment.
We might have to check that out one of these times.
I'll go with my trailer and trade it in and get something else.
I met a guy there from Michigan last year. Guys come from all over the place. So.
And when is it roughly?
It's usually the first weekend of April.
Okay.
I'll look it up and let you guys know. And if you want to sell something, just let them know, and then they'll list it on their flyer or their Facebook page or email or whatever when it goes out. So, because somebody might be looking for something that you like, what yours is, and then you can bring it down and set it up in the yard and square up at the end of the day. You're all set.
Nice.
And you just picked up another trailer, didn't you?
We did. We bought a trailer down in Georgia this past a year ago, basically, and just because because we do a few like firemen's carnivals and things like that around during the season, and it was always like taking the tents and the tables, and I think what put me over the edge was we did one would have been the year before, 2017. We had 2 tents, tables and everything else, but it's a 4-day event. So at the end of the night, we had to either break everything all down, or I'm like, well, you know what? I think it should be. So we put everything under the tables, and we lowered the tents down.
Yep.
And then it rained, and the tents took on a little bit of water, and then one of them got damaged. It was a mess. I'm like, I'm not doing this again. We need something else. So we went and bought a trailer. It's a 22 foot, I think, or 20 foot, 22 foot. It's got a porch with a smoker on the back, and then just a little kitchen inside. But we just use it mostly for serving. Mm-hmm. So we go to different places. We'll load it up, take it out, and serve lunch for a couple hours. You know, kind of like a little food truck, but it's a trailer. So
nice. Yeah, because it always seems to rain. Every time you barbecue or you have an event, it always seems to rain at least one day.
Yeah.
No matter what.
It's nice because
It really
got
does.
an awning on it, so people can at least get out of the rain if they need to or whatever. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's a nice little setup.
And you got AC too in it, so
AC, yeah. So it's nice. It's got heat, but you almost don't need it this time of year.
Oh yeah.
Because we fire up the steam table in there and keep stuff hot. I'm in a t-shirt and open the windows. I'm like, God, getting warm. So
yeah.
Now the smoker on the back porch, is it open back porch, or is it?
It's an open back porch.
Doors, the barn doors, or
it doesn't have the barn doors. It's just open.
Just open.
Yeah,
okay.
it's a cabinet smoker. It's the company we bought it from. It's they build it in house. Mm-hmm. So
do you have screens on your windows, or is it just open?
No, it's just open.
Okay.
Just
open.
open.
That's not allowed here.
Really?
Yep.
Around here, you got to have enclosed if you have the porch.
You got to have
really
because it's called no fly zone. So basically, that you can't have flies.
Right. Yeah.
Going into your cooking apparatus or your food. So you have to have screens if you have windows, or you just have to close the whole thing.
So how do you get away with like the Meadow Creek?
Or
something like that, like a standalone trailer.
It's a good question. No.
Do they really consider that a trailer?
Maybe for
pull behind
like a food truck type event where you're going and selling it versus a catering thing is probably different. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because when you submit your paperwork to the state, you give them a drawing of the trailer.
Yeah.
And then they basically go and pick it apart. And when I submitted the drawing of the trailer, they came right back and said, "Nope, you need the so."
They have screens on it.
Yeah.
Could that be if you have like a serving window? Even if you have a serving window on it, so you got to flip up quote unquote awning. Mm-hmm. Do you need like a slider?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had the front's all enclosed. Mm-hmm. We open the window and serve it and close it again. But the back's just open porch.
No, you don't have a bathroom in it or anything.
Mm-hmm. Okay. No, it's small. It's just we only take it out for a couple hours at a time. It's not a long-term thing. So.
Yeah, it's crazy. When I went down to Georgia, and when we were looking at them, they were showing us trailers with walk-in coolers in them.
Oh yeah.
I mean, what they were doing was just crazy. And
mine was not that expensive.
No,
some of those.
They were doing Guy Fieri's trailer.
Really?
When we went, and I mean, this thing was a beast. It had basically high-end hotel cooking equipment in it. It had a stage on top of the roof.
Get out.
With the railings that flip up.
Yeah.
Because he wanted this thing to end. I think it was $200,000 and something.
Sure.
And because he just wants to entertain. And the whole thing was, it was gorgeous.
Wow.
And it wasn't even done yet.
Wow. That's awesome.
That is unreal. Well, a lot of good information on that.
Oh, yeah.
So, Dan, where can everybody find you? Well, social media, website?
Yeah, it's Big Dan's BBQ, Big Dan's BBQ. Facebook, we got Instagram, Twitter. Mostly it's just connected out with. We use Facebook majorly, and it kind of pushes out the other places. Mm-hmm. The website's BigDansBBQ.com. And we're our address is on there. We're there all summer long, and it's a good place to come visit. It's about 6 hours from here.
Yep,
I'd say.
That ain't bad.
And
we went down. Was it last year or 2 years ago?
I think so. Yeah, last year.
Okay, and it's awesome. You definitely got to go check it out.
All right. Well, Dan, thank you for joining us.
Hey, man, thanks for having us. Absolutely.
Well, that's it for this week, folks. We'd like to thank you all for joining us. We'd love to hear from you. The questions keep coming in. Submit your questions at Pit Life BBQ Podcast at gmail.com. On social media, you can find us on Facebook Live, and YouTube. You can catch the audio podcast version on iTunes, iHeartRadio, and any other avenues that you can find podcasts. Give us a shot. Subscribe, like, rate, and review. More importantly, share it with your friends. We keep, like I said, we keep growing every month. It's great. We thank you guys so much. We love you.
Keep the smoke rolling.
That's it. Until next week, folks, keep the smoke rolling.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.